Thank you for joining us for part 1 of a 3-part series. Part 1, tie downs. Part 2, loading ramps. And part 3, how to successfully load your motorcycle.
Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. In today's episode, we're going to talk about motorcycle tie downs. How to successfully and comfortably and easily tie down a motorcycle either in the bed of your truck or on the lift while doing maintenance at home. Now there are lots of different types of tie downs and straps. There's 1-inch wide, there's 2-inch wide, there's ratchet strap, there's a traditional tie down that's just a cinch pull. There's lots and lots of different varieties. Today we're just going to touch on a few of the most popular items available here at Mountain Motorsports and items that I've been using for years without fail. Now most of you probably already have at home in your garage or in your truck bed a set of tie downs, a traditional set of tie downs, a set of tie downs that's going to have either a rubber or a metallic hook. Now the problem with these tie downs is the fact that there is not an easy way to secure that to your motorcycle without causing damage. And that's why we have Powersport specific tie downs. Tie downs made specifically to carry your motorcycle or Powersport vehicle without causing damage to your vehicle. Now, if you do have just a set of regular Harbor Freight, Home Depot, or Lowe's tie downs with a hook, there is a solution. It's called a soft tie. This soft tie here is from Ankra, and the way that this works is you're going to take this, you're going to loop it through your frame or your handlebar of the motorcycle, and then you're going to pull that tight. That's now going to give you a soft hook or loop that you can put that traditional hook through in order to be able to get a good bite without getting that hook close to the paint surface of your vehicle. Now, obviously, that's a really easy way for just about $8 to be able to allow a traditional tie down to work on your motorcycle without causing damage. Now, when it comes to Powersport specific tie downs, what we like to see is what we call a soft tie end. And that's basically to do the same thing that Ankra one that we just showed you does. You're going to have a nice loop here on one end. You're going to slide this through the motorcycle, come around, and then hook it into the carabiner. That's going to allow you to have a nice soft surface on your motorcycle, your handlebars, or anything like that. The other thing that does is it puts the actual ratcheting mechanism or the tie-down mechanism far away from your body panels. It's going to make sure that this strap isn't going to be attacking your motorcycle or your vehicle as you're riding down the road. Now this is a very nice set of tie downs here from Mountain Motorsports. What I like about them is the fact that they have this retainer clip. That's going to make sure that this hook doesn't slip off of your tie down mount or off of the soft loop as you're riding down the road. If you're riding down very bumpy roads, you hit a big pothole, it's possible to get slack in the line, and if you don't have a clip such as this, that loop could slip out and your motorcycle or Powersports vehicle could come disconnected from the strap that's holding it securely in place. Now with these two examples here, we have a 1-inch wide strap and we have a 2-inch wide strap. Obviously the 2-inch wide strap is going to be able to hold a little bit more load as far as load rating goes, but the 1-inch strap will be secure for most dirt bikes and adventure bikes if used in the 2-strap setup. Now if we take a look up here at my KTM, you'll see we have 2 sets of straps. One set of straps is the main set that's tied directly into the actual frame of the truck, and the second set goes up to the handlebars to keep the handlebars from actually moving while traveling down the road, and it serves as a backup. If one of those straps was to fail, the other strap would keep that motorcycle in place to keep it from falling over. Now when it comes to tie down straps, you're going to have 2 different kinds. You're going to have a traditional tie down strap here that's going to allow you to be able to pull the straps like so to be able to get tension. In order to release this, you're going to press this little mechanism right here, pull it to release. Very, very simple operation. Now this is going to be perfect for most motorcycle, ATV, UTV applications. You really don't need a ratchet strap, but it is a great way in order to put extra force on a vehicle if that's what you want to do. Unlike the traditional tie down that requires you to pull in order to get the amount of pressure you need, the ratchet strap is actually going to be a mechanism that's going to be able to pull and lock this strap as it compresses. This type of setup is going to allow you to pull really hard down on the vehicle. It's going to give you maximum security when it comes to holding that vehicle in one position. A lot of guys love ratchet straps, but ratchet straps can be dangerous. They can put more stress on your vehicle than you actually need in order to haul it down the road. An inexpensive tie down, such as one of those orange ones you see from Harbor Freight, are extremely cheap. Literally 1 or 2 hauls and you could fray that strap and it could have a failure. I have personally had that happen when I've had to resort to using tie downs such as that, and I do not recommend it. These straps right here that I'm using on my KTM today are over 10 years old, and that's what you get when you purchase a quality strap. Now, these straps have not been babied either. They literally have been in the bed of my truck since they were purchased. The KTM straps in 2003 and the Matrix straps in 2007. And as you can see, a quality set of straps such as these here are going to allow you to have perfect form and function for years and years to come. Now, when it comes to choosing between a traditional tie down and a ratchet, you're going to find that there is a price discrepancy. One of the least expensive, high quality tie downs that you can get is going to be about $10. This is one here that we have here at Mountain Motorsports. This is going to be the Pro Grip strap. It's going to have a soft tie on one end, and it's going to be a great option at just $10. Now, this is going to have a soft tie as it is a Powersport specific tie down. Now, when looking at a quality ratchet style tie down, you're going to look at tie downs that are going to be somewhere between $17 and $35 depending on the type of tie down you're looking for. This one actually happens to be a BRP branded tie down. It's a very popular one here at Mountain Motorsports, and it's one that I have used in the past, and it has worked flawlessly and hasn't let me down. Now, a feature that I really look for when looking at tie downs is, does one end of the tie down spin? The end of the tie down that actually attaches to the truck, I like it to spin. That way I never have a twisted tie down when I finally get the bikes tied down and ready to go. If you take a look at these Pro Taper tie downs here, it's going to be a traditional tie down style. It's going to be a 2-inch web, and it's going to have one of those rotating buckles that I really enjoy. Now that we talked a lot about tie downs, let's step up to the front of the motorcycle so I can show you just how I personally tie these things down. Now, coming up here at the front, I've got 2 different sets of tie downs. I've got one that goes directly from the triple clamp of the motorcycle down to the frame of the bed, and then I've got another one that goes up here from the upper mounts from the pocket up to the handlebar. Now, this upper one is going to be my secondary strap. I'm going to use the main one for the main security, the strongest tie down, if you will. And then I'm going to have this guy here as a secondary strap. Now, if this one happened to break or to come loose or something like that, the second strap is going to make sure that the motorcycle doesn't fall over. Now, when hauling an ATV, it's tough to get around the actual plastics on the fairing because they're super, super wide, much wider than the handlebars themselves. And if you're trying to haul a sport bike, you have the same problem. The fairing is wider than the bars, and trying to find a great place to tie down can be very difficult. That's where I'm going to suggest the use of what's called a Canyon Dancer. This is going to be it right here. This is a brand new unit. I wasn't able to find my used unit in the garage this morning. I'll have to pull that out so you can see what one looks like. It's nearly 20 years old. Now, the Canyon Dancer is going to run you about 30 bucks. Now, that 30 bucks for a Canyon Dancer is going to be well worth the money when you start tying down a sport bike or an ATV that has difficult spots to reach. The way this works is the fact that you're going to open this up, you're going to slide the hand grip of the motorcycle through each of the red components here. You're then going to pull tight, and that's going to put pressure on your bars and hold this nice and secure. You're then going to use these ends here as soft ties that you're going to put your motorcycle or your standard tie down hook through. This is going to give you 2 tie down points that are very far away from the frame or the bodywork of your motorcycle. Canyon Dancers. I've successfully used the Canyon Dancer on my VFR 800, ZX12R, and even my Goldwing. It's a superior product to allow you to get tie down locations on a vehicle that has limited options. And I think that wraps up part 1 of this 3-part motorcycle transportation series. Today we talked about lots of different tie downs, the way to use them, what to look for when purchasing. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about today, or if you haul your motorcycle regularly and you have tips and tricks that you would like to share with other watchers, please leave a comment down below. Before we sign off, I want to thank Mountain Motorsport for having me out here today. Now, please stay tuned to the next video. That's going to be talking about motorcycle ramps, different styles of ramps, what to look for when purchasing a ramp, what to avoid when purchasing a ramp, and how to properly attach the ramp to your vehicle. The third part of this series is going to be how to properly or safely load and unload your motorcycle by yourself. And we're going to be using a KTM 950 Super Enduro. It's a heavy motorcycle, it's a big motorcycle, and if it can be done on this motorcycle, it can be done with just about any motorcycle. Anyhow, I'm Kyle Bradshaw. Thank you guys for watching. I want to give a special shout out to the Patreons of the channel who help keep this rolling forward. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Well, now it's time to wrap this one up and get on to the ramp video. So make sure you stay tuned, hit that like button and subscribe button so you can be part of that notification squad. Until next time, and as always, take care and ride safe.